I gotta ask you about the Toronto years. 18-year-old Tracy McGrady comes in, and did you guys give him a hard time with rookie hazing?
Oh yeah, man. We used to make him do all types of things, get coffee, newspapers and stuff like that, man. He was a good sport about it though, you know what I'm saying? And my kids always get a kick out of because I tell them all the time when when T-Mac, they show the T-Mac highlights or he's on TV, I say, man, when I played for Toronto, that dude was my backup, man.
Yeah.
So I would tell you something, two things about T-Mac, right? When I said to myself, oh, this dude right here is going to be one of the best players that ever played. And in his freshman year, he used to always had that street ball game in him, trying to get the oohs and ahs. And it reminded me a lot of me in my freshman year. You know, when you had that street ball background, you always want to bring it to the floor. And so just taught him about in the pros that don't work. You got to make one or two moves and you got to get to the basket. These guys are long. They cover ground too quickly. You don't have that much time, you know? So he adapted to that pretty quickly. And I remember this one time in practice where I was guarding someone at the free throw line and he was on the wing with the ball and he went to the basket. And I'm coming from the free throw line, and he's going baseline from the wing area, coming to the basket, driving to the basket. And I come, and when he goes up in the air, I jump to swipe it, and he pumped it, right? So I'm swiping, I go past him. And so he's facing the side of the basket right now, you know, coming from the baseline area. He's facing the side when I went to swipe it. So when I landed and I looked back, this dude was turning his body in the air into when he dunked it backwards. He was facing, his back was to the basket and his front of his body was facing forward. So I don't know how his body was this way. And then when I landed, he was hanging and then like turned this way and then dunked it backwards. And I was like, it was just the most amazing thing I had ever seen. Wow. And it was on me. You know, but the number two about T-Mac is that he couldn't shoot. Right, but he can handle the ball, and he was freakish athletic, and he long. He was taller than I am.
Developed a shot, yeah.
Absolutely, hadn't developed it yet. So I told him, I said, listen, in order for you to be a dominant player, you know, handling and athleticism, that's great. But these guys are physical. You have to be able to shoot the ball either off the dribble or spot up. You have to be able to do that on a consistent basis. That's something he got traded to Orlando. Yeah. In the one summer, when he started the season with Orlando, this dude had a consistent jumper off the dribble and spot up. He developed that and was consistent with that in one summer. Wow. And so that just speaks to his work ethic. He was a dude that was a young boy coming straight out of high school, but he always soaked up a lot of knowledge. He always wanted to listen to anybody who wanted to talk to him about the game. And you could tell that he had a love for the game. And you could see it. He developed very quickly, and he became one of the best two-guard small forward in the league, I mean, in a short period of time. And it has to, you know, his work ethic was extraordinary for sure.
That's a great story. But
yeah,
he definitely matured really well. And when you think about it, when he was in Orlando, he would probably be like junior in college.
College, yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, man.